Hello and welcome to the morning show teeing off with RevSportz. A very good morning to all of you present. And this is me, Rohan Chaudhary. And today we have lots to discuss. The All England Open is going on. India had a very good first day. The boxing championship, IBA Women's Boxing Championship, is starting today in New Delhi. We'll have something from that. Today is our BWB day, Backstage with Boria. Sania Mirza special. We will discuss that. But before that, we saw the Border Gavaskar Trophy. India had a great win, and the ODI series is also coming up. And for that, we have Devashish Sen joining us to discuss.
Good morning.
Good morning, Devashish. Your smile says India will have a good ODI series also. And how important will this series be? Because yes, for the WTC, the Border Gavaskar Trophy was important, but this is a World Cup, ODI World Cup year. How important will this series be for both the teams?
Very important. If you look at both the squad, few players are making comebacks, and there will be the selectors will keeping an eye on several Indian players. Someone like a Ravindra Jadeja making a comeback after 7 months. He was out with an injury. This is the first ODI series that Jadeja will play after getting injured, after his knee injury. So he did play the test series, but this will be the first time that he will play an ODI series. So that will have a lot of interest. Someone like a Jaydev Unadkar, although it's very unlikely that he will get a chance making it to that ODI squad since November 21, 2013. So it's a long wait. He last played against West Indies. So Jaydev Unadkar is another member. Then all eyes will be on the spin bowlers in the Indian side, especially the likes of Kuldeep, Yajuvendra Chahal, Washington Sundar. So,
do you think Kuldeep will get a chance? Do you think Kuldeep will get a chance?
No, why not? Because it will be a tough call. Means it depends on, because of late Kuldeep has not been a regular. But then obviously one would expect that Chahal and Washington will be and Jadeja. Now that you have Jadeja, so Chahal and Jadeja are definitely the front runners as far as the spin bowling is concerned. Obviously, the team management would love to give Kuldeep, but look at as well along with Washington Sundar. But as far as the captaincy is concerned, obviously the first match Hardik will lead the side because Rohit has some family commitments. But post the first match, Rohit will be back. So it's a full strength India squad. If you look at in fast bowling department, you have all the fast bowlers: Shami, Siraj, Umran, Shardul. So basically,
Umran will be interesting to see whether he gets the chance or not. He has been.
Yes, absolutely. More or less, this will be somewhat like a core group that will be in the World Cup. So not many changes is expected from this squad. The squad that is playing that has been picked for the Australia series will more or less be the same squad. Obviously, one or two here and there might happen, but this is more or less the squad that will play.
Any update from Shreyas Iyer's replacement?
No replacement for Shreyas Iyer. No replacement. The selectors have not announced any replacement from Shreyas Iyer. Obviously, another focus will be KL Rahul. He was dropped from the test series. He's in the one-day squad. So that will be another point of interest for the fans. Pardon?
And KS Bharat is not there in that ODI squad.
KS Bharat is not there, because if Ishan Kishan is there along with KL Rahul, so it will be between them who keeps wickets. Obviously, Surya, we all know that he did play that first test match, but then he did not get an opportunity then. So, but his main area is to the white ball format. So he will be back again for the ODI squad. So lot many interest as far as the Australian team. Obviously, they too have some big names coming back after injury. Someone like a Glenn Maxwell.
Devashish, before you move on to Australia, I want to ask another one, Hardik Pandya. And we hear that he'll be leading the first ODI because Rohit Sharma won't be available. for the first ODI, and
Yeah, that's
how
what I
big of
said. Rohit Sharma has some
yeah,
family commitments, so he will be
yeah,
available
yeah.
for the second ODI at Visakhapatnam.
And- yeah, and Hardik Pandya, how important will that be? Because uh, he will be a key player for the World Cup.
Hundred
Your
percent.
thoughts?
He will be a key player for India, and whatever opportunities he has got leading the side, he has done well. Means uh, one would expect that Hardik, but I would expect Rohit Sharma to be the captain for the World Cup. There is no two ways. But then obviously someone like a Hardik who has been groomed as the captain, is the vice captain in the presence of Rohit. So whenever he takes over as the full-time captain, I think he will do good because he has done well for India so far in the white ball format, leading the team. So, and the value of Hardik Pandya he brings into
Yeah.
that white ball side, both with the bat and the ball, as well as fielding. And added to it, the captaincy. He has led Gujarat Titans for IPL champions. So we
And you are
also,
wearing the jersey,
pardon?
and you are wearing that, and you are wearing the jersey.
Now this has been getting too long. I have to get hold of a new jersey now. Mm, in next couple of days, I have to get hold of a new jersey because every time I get this question that I have been wearing because as if I am the brand ambassador of Gujarat Titan, which I am not. Because I don't have any jersey in
So,
front of me.
so in our team we have two Gujarat ambassadors, one Gujarat Titans you and Gujarat Giants Trisha.
Yes, yes, he is the biggest ambassador. I am not. But talking about the
Okay.
Australian side, obviously a lot
Yeah.
of interest will be on Glenn Maxwell. He's making a comeback after obviously broken leg, and also Mitch Marsh. He's also making a comeback after an ankle surgery. So those two are the big additions. Then David Warner obviously comes back because he missed out the last test match against India. He went back to Australia. Ashton Agar was sent back. He's also making a comeback in the ODI squad. So and this Australian side also looks formidable, barring the exception of Pat Cummins and Josh Hazlewood. I think this will be the side that Australia will bring for the World Cup. If you look at the side, I am you have a Steve Smith who's going to lead in the absence of Pat Cummins. You have Sean Abbott, Ashton Agar, Alex Carey, Nathan Ellis, who has replaced Jai Richardson because Jai Richardson had to go back because of an hamstring injury. You have Cameron Green, Travis Head, Josh English, Manas Labuschagne, Mitch Marsh, Glenn Maxwell, Mitch Stark, Stoinis, David Warner, and Adam Zampa. That's a very formidable Australian side. And remember, last time they played an ODI series, they won against India. So so both the teams are very well balanced. It's a very strong two strong sides, and it will be a cracker of a series starting at Wankhede Stadium from 17th. Rohan.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Australia, I've seen whatever they do throughout the year in world, when it comes to World Cup, they are a different side. Much like Germany in football, much like Germany, whatever they do throughout, when it comes to World Cup, they are a different team. So that's really good for Australia. And coming to World Cups, yesterday FIFA World Cup, FIFA has announced that the upcoming 2026 World Cup will be a 48 nation team, a chance for India. They're starting their camp for the Tri Series. What do you think?
India still has a long way to go. Let us be honest. Let us be honest. India football it lags behind. Even in Asian standards, we are not up to the mark against the likes of
Yeah,
Iran, or Iraq, or
if
South
you
Korea, or
see,
Japan.
yeah, from Asia there will be 8 teams. But if you see the Asian teams also, we have Japan, Korea, Australia, Qatar, Saudi, and Iran, anyone. So 6 slots are already gone.
Already gone. And then you have a Thailand. Then you have
Yeah.
a Thailand who is a force in this in Asia. So
Thailand, Vietnam also. India played a Tri Nation series. They will be playing another Tri Nation series with Kyrgyz Republic and
but who are they
Myanmar.
playing? They are playing against Myanmar and Kyrgyzstan.
Kyrgyz
No,
Republic. Yeah,
no
yeah.
big opponents. And so, what does it obviously you one might argue that obviously at least India are getting a chance to play the international friendlies or international tournament, which is not the case. Indian players don't get an opportunity to play regularly international matches, so that is a good thing to have happened. But then you need to play stronger opponents.
Absolutely.
If you have to grow in strength, if you need to play stronger opponents, even an Asian opponent, a strong Asian opponent. What's the point of playing at Myanmar and Kyrgyzstan? I really don't see much. Obviously,
Absolutely.
their ranking might grow. The ranking might go up a little bit, but that's all about ranking and nothing more. But there has
Absolutely.
been quite a few inclusion in the Indian side. Some new faces, obviously.
Yeah, we have to see new faces because till how long we'll keep on banking on Sunil Shetty and the Sandesh Jhingans because they are aging. They will have to someday leave the team. We need to find the replacement also. And
Absolutely, Rohan. You are spot on because if you don't have the new faces, then where on? See, you look at the Indian cricket team. There are so many options. Even if a Rohit Sharma misses, you have someone like a Hardik Pandya. If a KL Rahul does well, does poorly, you have a Shubman Gill. If a Mohammad Shami is ruled out, you have a Umran Malik. So there are options for every spot, and that is the best part of the Indian cricket team, which is not the case with we know Sunil Shetty has been a legend in its own right, but who after Sunil Shetty? Who is the
absolutely.
footballer to look out for? Who is the role model? Obviously, there were lots of talks about Sandesh Jhingan, but he's too injury prone. So who after Sunil Shetty?
Actually, Devashish, I have one thing. I always think about one thing because the Indian cricket team that is today, we are the formidable side in the world. But if you look back to few years back, Indian players used to go to England to play the county on regular basis, and that helped Indian team grow as a well. And even Sunil Shetty went to Sporting Lisbon B team, and when he came back, he had a massive change. So I think the Indian players should go and try out leagues in the lower divisions in Europe so they learn because if you remember Ishan Pandita when he was playing in the fourth division in Spain, he came back to ISL for a bigger amount of money. So ISL now provides a huge amount of money that players don't want to go to the play in the lower divisions in Europe. So I think that that should change. Indian players to should
And
go out and play.
I believe honestly is that AIFF also needs to encourage the players to go out and play.
Absolutely,
As you have mentioned that in the fourth, even if it is a fourth division, fourth tier league, because the standards are a lot higher than what we have it in India. Um, um, and also the players also have that need to have that willingness to go and try their luck abroad. Eh,
they don't want because ISL is paying that much, they won't get that much amount in those lower level leagues. So that's a bit of dilemma from the players perspective as well. We understand money is important, security is important, but again, if you don't play against the higher ranked team, you won't improve to their level. And as we talk about football, your team is in the ISL final. Your thoughts on ATK Mohun?
Yes,
Will they
yes,
be able to
ATK
get the
Mohbad. So what a season they have had, and obviously they are flying to Goa tomorrow. Then they have a training session in the morning, and after the training session, that team will leave. Obviously, Bengal and this rivalry between Bengaluru FC and ATK Mohun goes back a long time.
absolutely
Means that I League championship, I still remember. It
for
was
Chantirava?
pouring down at Kantirava Stadium, and Mohun Bagan winning that. I League, obviously, Sony Norte.
Sorry,
Uh,
with the corner, Belorasak with the header.
oh wow,
Oh,
wow! I mean, so it gives me goosebumps when I think of that goal and Mohun Bagan winning that I League. And it was a massive achievement. But then remember that was Mohun Bagan. But this time they would be playing ATK Mohun Bagan. So, but then that's green and maroon colors. Means that's the passion. Means obviously, and it will be quite a few number of Mohun Bagan fans who will be traveling to Goa to cheer their
yeah.
favorite team. It will be a good final, I
Even
would
in
say.
the final will be in Goa, and Mohun Bagan won the National Football League in 2001 in Goa only.
Absolutely. Yes, Ron. Spot on.
Yeah. And you were telling about Mohun Bagan, ATK Mohun Bagan. Yes, a new entity, but the core team comes from Mohun Bagan only. So
Absolutely.
that has been the biggest plus point for ATK Mohun Bagan, and that was the biggest problem for East Bengal. They don't have a core team. Every time they are changing the management, they need to have a core team.
Absolutely.
And
Because
Yeah,
for any sport, any
yeah,
team sport, you need to have a balance. You need to have a team that has been persisted with. You need to have a core team, but which is not the case with East Bengal. Means they have always lagged behind when it comes to team building. From the other teams have always been in a favorable position compared to East Bengal.
absolutely. And today also in WPL we have RCB playing versus UP Warriors. RCB, it has not been the season they would want to
Will it be
remember, but
6-0? Will it be 0-6? Six losses at a stretch.
yeah.
That would be a record. If RCB can do 6 matches, that will be a record. And no team can beat that record.
No, you know what? What happens when a team is losing? We make fun, but after one point, you start to feel bad. अरे भाई कुछ तो करो यार. Like, and
हाँ, हम लोग को फील बैड करने से क्या मतलब है? I am not.
some,
Yeah.
and we have a question from our producers. Gurpreet also got better after he got the exposure to world football, and when he came back from Stabak, though he got
Absolutely spot on. Mr. Swapnil
absolutely
Mukherjee,
something
you
Savash.
are spot on.
Yes,
Great
you
question.
need to
Yes.
go. You need to go abroad. Yeah, even
And
Viking Gurkha played
remember
for
Gurpreet, I think if I'm not wrong, he played a Champions League match as well, no?
no, no, no. Europa League group stage. That was the only player.
Europa League group stage. Yeah, so that's a
So
huge
he was the
achievement
only
as an
player
Indian
to.
footballer.
Yeah, he was the only player to feature in a European competition, European knockout
Absolutely,
competition.
absolutely.
And
And
it was
and
great.
and one thing is that if your national team does not do well, then this popularity or this TV sponsorship,
Absolutely,
advertisement, sponsorship, media coverage won't be there. See, if you compare cricket with other sports, if your national team does well, even if it is Asian standard, even if the Indian
absolutely,
team consistently does well in the Asian standard, see, because there's a huge following for football in this country. Believe me, even closer to cricket, because a lot of
absolutely.
these
They have
youngsters
the Asian
they
Cup.
want
They
to
have the Asian
PL,
Cup
the
this
La
year.
Liga, the Serie A. So if Indian national team does well, then obviously that the popularity will go leaps and bounds. Will improve leaps and bounds.
Absolutely, we have seen proofs of that. 83 World Cup, India wins, the popularity gains. The 2007 T20 World Cup win, IPL get a great boost. So you need to have, and in football we have the Asian Cup this year. We have to. That will be a very important for Indian football down the line because they need
And
to
a good,
perform well.
good thing for AFC is that now there are three slots, three Champions League slots,
Yeah,
if I'm not wrong. So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
very, very important thing to have happened
So
because
I'll explain it for you and the viewers. So yesterday AFC launched the slots for the Indian clubs. The first slot will be the AFC Champions League group stage squad. That is a massive upliftment for the Indian football. Played with, and the team that will get will be ISL 2021 and 22 season, the Shield winners, the league winners. Jamshedpur FC, they will play versus Mumbai City FC, who are the Shield winners for this season, and the winners will go to the AFC Champions League group stage directly. The slot two, that is AFC Cup group stage, if uh, that will be between Gokulam Kerala, who were the I League winners for the 2021-22 season, versus the Super Cup winners of this season, that is yet to be played. And uh, if the Super Cup winners already got through with the slot one, then Gokulam will directly go for the AFC Cup group stages. And the third slot will be AFC Cup preliminary round. That will be between ISL trophy winners of previous season, the 2021-22 season, that was Hyderabad FC, and the trophy winners from this season, that is either Bengaluru or ATK Mohun Bagan,
yeah,
and whoever wins. And if Hyderabad FC have already qualified in the group slot two, then the trophy winners for this season will directly get through with the. So that's a massive boost for Indian football because earlier we used to only have the AFC Cup slot. Now we have Champions League slot, a Cup slot, and a preliminary slot. So that's a massive boost for Indian football.
massive boost.
Yeah,
But again, the same thing. It comes down to club football. But all I'm trying to
yeah, absolutely.
explain is that you need to do well as a national team. If your national team does not do well, does not keep performing well, then you won't have that fan following. So you might have
Absolutely.
a few thousands of ATK Mohun supporters, or a few thousand of Bengaluru FC supporters, or a Mumbai FC fans. But for a country to grow as a football nation, you need to do well as a in national as far as national team is concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. And keeping that in mind, the Asian Cup this year will be the major tournament for Indian football down the path. And as we talk, we were talking about WPL RCB. Their mentor, Sania Mirza, we have a special BWB today on Sania Mirza. And the mentor's work starts from here, basically, because we have a question from Boryada. We will also have coverage from Goa like we do, and for all boxing championship in Delhi. So football, badminton, boxing, on-ground coverage for all. Absolutely fantastic, and that is our motto. We cover everything from on ground.
And remember,
And
Boriada is a diehard Mohun fan. So he will definitely ensure that our team is there in Goa, and
absolutely,
it would be a perfect icing on cake if ATK Mohun goes on to lift that trophy.
Bengaluru FC wins.
I will get
And
hold of a Mohun jersey. If ATK Mohun wins the ISL title, I will definitely get hold of an ATK Mohun jersey. And
you can keep it for yourself.
I will not wear these Gujarat Titans anymore.
Okay, that will be good. And so, as we are talking, the Backstreet Boria with Sania Mirza, can we please have the promo today? Promo now, Shopnil, please.
Your final message as I close it out.
Be your own cheerleader. Be your biggest cheerleader, because God knows we have enough people telling us we can't do things. So if you don't back yourself, then nobody is going to back you. That's all I tell all the women there, because we are always told how as women, tu to nahi kar sakti. Nahi, you can't do it. Why do you think you can do it? No, you can't do it. We are told that all the time. And you have to be your own biggest cheerleader.
Fantastic. I'll end there. And all I will say is a country of 130 plus crores are probably cheerleaders of this lady, because she's made us believe that it's possible. I am. And have no qualms in saying that. I've known her for the last 20 years. I know the family well. I know her father, her mother, her sister. And I must say, this is a family that has given India a lot. As a family, when her mother stood in queues for 7 hours to get tickets so that she could go and play in the WTA circuit, the junior circuit, when her father stood hour after hour traveling by car to try and stay in one hotel room for people to try and make change so that the daughter becomes the best player in the world. The younger sister staying in a hotel room with a nanny when the elder sister plays. This is a family that we need to be proud of. They stood for change. They embraced change, difficult change, but they did.
And it will be a cracker of an interview. And Sania Mirza has a maintained her work.
Your own cheerleader.
Yeah,
If you don't have that self belief, if you don't have that what belief in yourself, means people might say a lot of things about, and when it comes to women in India, women in women's sport particularly, people always have that negative feeling that इससे
yeah.
कुछ होगा ही नहीं.
Prejudice
as
still
as
lives.
said by Sania, and what a statement, and coming from a legend like her, the role model she is. Maybe she might imbibe this vision of her into that RCB players.
Yeah,
Then
that what I was telling, that her work as a mentor increases from this
yes,
season, because they need.
absolutely. Maybe they are not picking the right lessons from Sania.
No, it's too early, because as we say, we need to give that management some time. So I know they will bounce back, and this will be a cracker of an interview coming for you today. So follow our social media handles. And Debashish, thank you for joining. It was lovely talking to you, and we'll have the WPL live. Will you be there for the WPL preview show?
So I will be there, but not for
Thank
push.
you. thank you, Devashish, for joining. And for our
Thanks for
viewers,
having me.
please,
Thank you.
thank you, Devashish. And for our viewers, from today in New Delhi, the boxing championship, the women's boxing championship is starting, and this will be a massive tournament because this will be a direct qualification tournament for the Paris Olympics. More than 300 athletes from 65 countries, more than 65 countries are participating in this competition. For India, Lavlina Borgo and Nikhat Zarin, Neetu Gangas will be the main contenders for the medals. Nikhat Zarin, obviously the defending champion of this competition, but she won the competition 52 kgs. Now she has brought her category down to 50 kgs. Uh, okay, and so can we please have that small bite that G. Rajaraman sir was there for the uh,
And talking about this World Championship, I'm really excited to represent my country at this World Championship in front of my home crowd, and especially in the new weight category division, which is an Olympic category, 50 kg. So yeah, there was a bit difficulties for me to cut down 2 more kgs to come down in 50, but they say, कुछ पाने के लिए कुछ खोना पड़ता है. Me being a very foodie, but I have to sacrifice all the foods which I love to eat. But now I'm all set to box in this weight category, and I'm looking forward to defend my title in this World Championship.
Okay, and we have Lovelina Borgoin also talking to our G. Rajaraman sir from RevSportz. And so, can we please have Lovelina Borgoin's
ओलंपिक के बाद हाँ मेरा परफॉर्मेंस इतना अच्छा नहीं आ रहा था, लेकिन वो एक प्रोसेस भी था क्योंकि मैं अपना वेट कैटेगरी चेंज कर रही थी. क्योंकि जो प्रोसेस होता है वेट कैटेगरी चेंज करने का, मैं 69 से 75 तक आ रही थी, तो वो प्रोसेस में बॉडी को अडॉप्ट करने में भी थोड़ा बहुत मुश्किल होता है. और लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम्स आते हैं. हर कॉम्पिटिशन में मैं जीत सकती हूँ, मैं नहीं बोल सकती हूँ, क्योंकि रिजल्ट हमारे हाथ में नहीं होता है, हमारे काम के ऊपर होता है. हम जैसा काम करेंगे उसका रिजल्ट वैसा ही आएगा. तो मैं हमेशा कोशिश करती हूँ कि मैं जो अपना काम है उसको अच्छे से करूँ, क्योंकि गीता में बोला गया है कि हम अपना काम के ऊपर फोकस रखना चाहिए, रिजल्ट के ऊपर नहीं. तो मैं अपने काम के ऊपर फोकस रख रही हूँ और मैं आशा करती हूँ कि रिजल्ट अच्छा ही आएगा.
and that we heard from our champion boxers, Lovelina Borgoin, Olympic medalist, Nikhat Zarin, gold medalist in Birmingham. She has won the competition on the last occasions. She said that she is looking forward to defend her title, and you have the full interviews coming up on our schedule. Nikhat Zarin, Lovelina Borgoin, even Ajay Bhaskar Bhatt, the coach, and Ajay Singh, the president of the federation. Lots in store. And a small correction: this tournament won't be the direct qualification for Paris Olympics, so apologies for that. And moving on, we have our correspondent in Birmingham also, where the All England Super 1000 Championship is going on, and the first day has been extremely well for India. HS Prannoy, Lakshya Sen both got victories. And so, can we please have the day one review from Avijit Deshmukh from Birmingham?
A perfect day for Indian shuttlers as both HS Prannoy and Lakshya Sen wins their first match in men's singles at All England Open. To me, the match of the day was of course between Lakshya Sen and Chao Tin Chi. Lakshya has never defeated Chao in his two earlier meets, and the Chao was fifth seeded here. That was an incredible match full of long rallies and smashes. A wonderful day for Indian shuttlers. Avijit Deshmukh for RevSportz from Birmingham.
Absolutely, it was a great first day for the Indian contingent in the competition, and today also PV Sindhu, Gayatri Gopichand, Trisha Jolie will be playing today, and you will have the preview from Abhijit from Birmingham, and of course all the updates from the venue. So keep watching RevSportz, and we have all we gave you the schedule, and so to look back into the schedule, we have the Nikhat Zarin, Lovelina Borgoin, and Bhaskar Bhatt and Ajay Singh interviews for the Boxing World Championship. We have the Backstage Boria Sania Major special. We'll have the videos and the written piece on our website. So do follow our website, and all from All England Birmingham. So keep watching RevSportz, and that's all for now. In the evening, we'll have the pre-match live show for the WPL. So keep watching. Thank you. See you tomorrow.